Hello. Hey guys, welcome back. Hello. This is probably the one time I will let him come onto the bed because dogs are not allowed on the bed in our house. He knows this, which is why he's turning around. It is Tuesday, the 7th of July. And I've had quite a busy morning already, taking the dog for the walk at 5:15 a.m, which is why he's mega hyper now. I had two PT clients, one at 6:30, one at 7:30. I came home, did my cardio, showered, I'm dressed, I'm ready to have my breakfast. We've got quite an exciting day today, hence the thumbnail and the title of this video, which I will show you later. But I feel like I can vlog better on a Tuesday or a Wednesday because I don't have any like check-ins coming through. I have other work that I'm doing, but I feel like I'm much more in control of my day and I'm not actively responding to things immediately as they come through. I'm a bit more kind of focused, chilled. I can sit down at my laptop and work at my own pace. So I feel like Tuesday is a good day to vlog. So I'm going to take you along for the ride. Loki! Loki! Loki's going to come too. And we'll catch you in the next clip. Just having my regular breakfast, which I love. Loki's having his. And Stitchy feels the need to go and praise Daddy after he's done his cardio. He goes and jumps on that tower behind the cross trainer every single time when Darren finishes cardio. It's so funny. It's like he's going, good job. Well done, Daddy. Get it done. Good boy, Stitch. Oh, look at him. Look at him. They have little chats all the time. Darren says meow and then Stitchy responds. He's far too cute. He was never a cat person until he met me. And now he's a Stitch person. Just got my meal ready. My amazing potato, chicken, veg meal. Absolutely love this pre-workout meal. And I've just logged on to Zoom because I'm about to Zoom one of my coaching clients for business. So she's going to be on in just a sec. And then I will show you what we chat about. There she is.
Hello?
Hello! You always sat down on the floor.
I know, my back hurts when I'm sat up there, so I'm like, I just put my back over them.
Oh, bless you. How are you feeling this morning? You good?
No, I'm good. I've done my cardio. It's only 10 o'clock. Yeah, I've done my cardio. I've been up really early recently. I got a nice sleeping pattern back. You know, I was just like, I was up till 3, then I was rolling around, and I was just like, oh. But yeah, for the last maybe week or two, I've had a nice sleeping pattern now.
That's good.
So I sleep at 11, up at 6, 7.
That's a really good routine to get into. Apologies, I'm just eating my meal at the moment.
No, carry on, babe. Your delts, your arms, everything. Every time I see you, you look leaner.
Oh, I feel leaner. I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, you can tell this week.
It's weird because like my weight hasn't changed much at all, but yeah, I feel leaner. I feel stronger, which is awesome.
It's hard not to let the weight affect you, though, isn't it? It's like
it's only like 4 pounds in 4 weeks, but yeah, feels good. Feels good. Anyway, how about you? How's your week going?
Good, really good. Yeah, I'm just all happy and excited now. I'm like, it was going slow at first.
It's that time again. Leg day. Need some pre-workout. Got my cream of rice with me for post-workout. Got my intra BCAAs, and I'm also taking something else with me to the gym because after the gym we are going to our new home. So I need to take the keys with me. Need to take the measuring tape. We're going to measure up some bits in the new place to get things like white goods and see like whether this mammoth sofa is going to fit in one of the rooms that we want it to fit in. So yeah, I'll show you that later. But first, need to get on the road. Need to go and train legs. Just pulled up outside the gym, and all that is on my mind right now is that V squat machine. I really want to get 270 kg for at least 6 reps. That's my target. And I was just speaking to Darren, and his target is lying hamstring curl with a 40 kg dumbbell between his legs, which sounds brutal also. Okay, I've had my pre-workout. I'm ready to go. Let's go get this.
good. There's more. Come on. Yes. Again. Up. Awesome.
7.
Out from last week. Oh yes.
So I've just finished my workout and I'm pretty much dead. But I wanted to show you guys, does anybody get this? Like a rash that kind of comes up when you take pre-workout? Particularly when it's got beta-alanine. I seem to suffer with that, I don't know why. It's that tingly feeling, kind of gives me a bit of a rash. But yeah, that was a good session. Really, really tough. But I'm really pleased. Hit those new weights, those new reps. Now I need to go and eat and chill for a bit before we go to the house. So this is our new villa. It's our 4-bedroom villa. I'm going to take you on a tour of it now. It's the same model and style as the one that I showed you in the previous house tour, but I'm just going to show you a couple of the different features. But it's so pretty, and it's right on the end of the road. This is the street we live on. It's the corner plot with a huge garden, and as you can see, a front garden too, which I'm in love with. I'm going to get really creative with this front garden. So, are you ready, folks? Okay, it's the gate that goes into the garden, which I'll show you later. Love this entrance. Feels like a really grand entrance. And as you come in, you've got a corridor, turn right, you've got what's known as the sunroom. It faces out into the garden, you've got sliding doors, and Darren and I have both decided this is going to probably be our cardio room. We're going to put both bits of kit there, probably get a TV eventually on the wall there, and we'll probably put Loki's crate in this room as well. And then just across the hall, you've just got a small guest bathroom. And as you come this way, you then come straight into the main living space. So you've got the living area here, and here, sliding doors out into the garden, big bay window here, which is lovely. And we were looking at measuring up this here to see if our sofa would fit, and it fits perfectly. But the difficulty we have is that it faces this. Now we've got like a mega TV. So we've just been measuring this bit up here to see whether our TV would fit on a smaller stand. Do we want our living room to be here, or do we want to put it upstairs, which I'll show you a bit later. Okay, and then as you come into this bit here, you've got the kitchen to the left, which is nice and open plan, which I love. And then the doors that open straight out into the garden. So dining room table will go here. We'll probably get some bar stools for the kitchen. And outside into the garden, you can see the size of it. It's blimmin' huge, huge garden. So I'm looking forward to landscaping that and getting that all designed and looking nice and, you know, taking our fur babies out there. So the main difference from the last place I showed you is, look, we're not overlooked, which you'll see probably in more detail upstairs from the master bedroom, because we're on a corner plot and the corner plot comes out slightly in the curve in the road. So that means we're not overlooked. So it's a very sought after property, shall I say. So it's quite nice that our garden isn't overlooked. Okay, into the kitchen. Nice big spacious kitchen. These are the bits we had to measure up. This is for the cooker here. And then this is for, obviously, a fridge freezer. So we want to make sure we get all of those goods in, ordered, before we decide when we're moving. And then I love this. Separate utility room, of course. So washing machine goes in there. All the noise happens in that place. And then this room here, I can't turn the light on because obviously the electric's all off. But this is what is known as the maid's room. So it's quite a decent sized space, but this will be my little office, like my maid's room is now. And then there's an ensuite as well, so if you did have a live-in maid, they'd have their own bathroom. Okay, are you guys still with me? So far so good, loving the downstairs area, just gonna have to play around with it. I really do actually like this open bay here, I think it's nice. And I love this feature in the stairs, I feel like I need to put something really pretty there. Okay, up the stairs we go. Anyone that watched the previous vlog will remember this. It was the final property we saw in the house tour, or should I say the villa tour? Okay, top of the stairs, there's one bedroom on the right here. That's the main guest room, so I'll show you that one now. This will be where our main guest bed would go. It looks out onto the street here. It's got obviously fitted wardrobes, and then an ensuite. So it's got a toilet, and then separate shower room, which is pretty cool. So that's the main guest room, the biggest one. Back to the top of the stairs. You've then got left to the master room and then right to 2 other guest rooms. So let's go this way. This is going to be our bedroom. We obviously put our bed there. We'd have our chest of drawers and stuff here. But if you saw in the previous vlog, this was the massive selling point for me, is this humongous walk-in wardrobe. And the difference between this one and the others is that opposite the walk-in wardrobe, there's this alcove, which it didn't have in the previous one. So blatantly, I'm going to be putting a giant mirror there for all the selfies because there's a spotlight up there. And this is the master bathroom. Sorry, I'm out of breath. It's really hot. There's no AC on in here. 2 sinks, so I can put Darren and all his bits on that side. I can have all my bits on this side. This makes me very happy. A bath, which excites me greatly, with obviously a shower in it, but I haven't had a bath and I don't know how long. And then separate toilet, which is always a winner. Okay, out of the master bedroom, back at the top of the stairs. We've got 2 other bedrooms here. Now this is where we were deciding which one would be another spare room and which one would be potentially like a movie room. So we went into this one and we were trying to measure up to see if our sofa went in here, but our sofa's like 10 foot wide. So if the sofa went along that wall, it would totally block that wardrobe. You could never use it. And you could look up at this wall here. And if the sofa went along this wall, it would hit the door. So like, okay, our current sofa wouldn't work in here, but we could potentially get another one. Then we went into this bedroom and we were like, okay, hold on a minute. What about if we got a smaller sofa, an 8 foot one, and then we had a projector on that wall, and then the sofa was actually a sofa bed. It'd become another spare room for anyone that came over, and there's wardrobe space, and it's probably one of the nicest spare rooms because it has a nice view out onto the street and onto the garden too. So we're like, okay, that looks pretty good. Now these 2 rooms up here then share this bathroom, which is still pretty huge. You've still got 2 sinks, you've got a separate toilet and a separate shower. I'm absolutely sweating. I just had leg day, but I'm dying. It's so hot in here. So that is our new villa, and look, even the camera's heating up too. So this was the bit that I liked. It's from our bedroom. We're not overlooked. We literally just look out into the street. It's really pretty. Down there, just down the road there, there's a swimming pool. There's like a community area. It's lush. And that's pretty much our amazing villa, which we get to move into as soon as all the paperwork's finished and we can get our white goods in. It is so hot. I'm absolutely dripping. Perks of living in Dubai. Easy cardio. Just walk around Dubai with no AC and yeah, you get a good sweat on. Oh my goodness. So that is our villa tour done. We've got the keys. Paperwork, as I said, is being sorted. White goods are going to be on order as of today, and then we will set a moving date. And I literally cannot wait. This has been a dream of ours since we moved to Dubai over 3 years ago, to have our own like proper house, a proper villa in a really nice community, yeah, with a garden. And I'm just really excited to share this with you guys. Yeah, we're home. We're home. I know. You're excited to go for your walk. All right, Lux. Right. Okay. I'm sorry it took so long. Okay. Here's your lead. Sit for mummy. Sit. Good boy. It's bedtime. Time to go to bed. Come on then. Come on. Good morning, guys. I wanted to close off this video by just having a little chat with you guys and kind of just getting real with the whole villa and house situation, and just being really open and honest with you guys about how we've got to this position where we're able to now move into this mega villa, which just seems incredible, to be honest. I think it's important to take you guys back and understand that when Darren and I moved to Dubai nearly 4 years ago, we came here with nothing. I mean nothing, not a penny to our name. We were in probably about £25,000 worth of debt, I owed my parents like 10 grand for the wedding. I had credit cards that were like, I was up to my eyeballs with. It was one of the reasons that we moved to Dubai, is to get financially stable, because the more we lived in the UK, we were just getting ourselves into more and more debt. And the perks of moving to a place like Dubai, particularly with the profession that I was working in, working with an education, is that you do get all the perks of accommodation, your work visa. Like, you can't work in this country without having a work visa and a permit to work. So being offered a job as a teacher out here meant that because we were married, we had our apartment sorted. We didn't have to pay rent. You know, I was able to get my work visa, my medical was sorted. So our outgoings when we first arrived were very, very little. So it meant in the first like year or 2 years of me teaching full time and Darren working and PTing, we were able to clear our debt very quickly. So I think we probably did it in the first year to 18 months. We were able to kind of pay our debt off and kind of get ourselves into a financially stable position. During this time, we were also able to still compete. Like, I wanted to still compete. Darren didn't that first year, but I really wanted to do an international show. So we did go through that prep together. You know, I worked I can't even say that word. I worked incredibly hard whilst working full time as a teacher, and prepping and doing all the hours under the sun to get myself to a position where I could travel to the UK, qualify for an international show, and then fly to Europe and then compete in the Arnolds, because that was my dream for that year, as I wanted to do an international show. And then fast forward a few years, I'm 2 years now into my teaching career, entering my third year. Darren's online business and PT business is well established. We are financially stable. We're doing pretty well. I start building my online business at this point, and this, I think, is where the shift occurred. And from here, we were able to see that living in this country, working how we work in the fitness industry, building our businesses in this way, gave us the opportunity, or gave us, I should say, the self-belief to understand that we could make this happen for ourselves, and we could have the life that we always wanted, and a life where we lived our married life on our own terms, that ultimately made each other happy, helped us to go after our personal goals, our professional goals, our business goals, and live a life of freedom and fulfillment. And that's what we've always wanted, and what we always wanted for each other when getting married. So being in a position now where we're able to not only rent our own place, we've been renting our own place for a whole year, without obviously the perks of being a teacher and having our, you know, we were able to make that shift and have enough money to be able to afford rent in this country, which is expensive, to be able to afford our own visas and get our own sponsors to pay for our own visas and all that kind of thing. And now be able to say, actually, let's upgrade and let's move into a villa. Again, renting, we're not buying the villa, so please don't think that we bought this place. We haven't. I've had a mortgage before in the past. I don't know whether I'd be wanting to buy in this country with the way kind of the property market is and stuff. I'll never say never. And we may choose to invest in property elsewhere at a later date. But right now, even being able to rent this property at the price that we've got, and like just being physically able to go into a 4-bedroom villa like this is just mega. When we came here, like I said, with nothing, you know, up to our eyeballs in debt, you know, even that first year when I prepped, it was nuts. I remember having like the grimiest kind of frozen chicken, defrosting it. You know, the veg I had was just crummy mixed veg, like the rice. It was just, I couldn't even afford good supplements, like good vitamins, minerals, all those other kind of things that you need to keep your body healthy. We were just, we couldn't afford to travel home that first Christmas to see family. You know, we made a lot of sacrifices coming here to get ourselves so that we could be in this position financially and more stable 4 years later. When we moved to Dubai, originally we said 2 years, but I kind of knew in my heart it was going to be more than 2, because when we got here and we realised the potential we had for doing well, for getting ourselves out of debt, building up ourselves financially, business-wise, all that kind of thing. For me, I just felt like it was the right move at the right time. We just got married before we moved, so it's like we started married life here in Dubai, and this is where we've always been. So I guess what I'm trying to say is all of these things and everything that we've achieved in the last 4 years through, you know, clearing our debt, building up our businesses, making the shift myself from teaching to online coaching, moving into our own place, being able to upgrade now and go to a better place, being financially stable and having that freedom didn't come without sacrifice. It didn't come without hard work. And I think the two most important things that I've learned over these 4 weeks, or should I say the two things that kind of kept us going, kept me going personally, would be self-belief and self-discipline. Those are just the two driving forces in my mind constantly. That self-belief is not a self-belief in terms of arrogance, not thinking I'm going to get this for my life, this is going to be amazing, I deserve this. No, it's a self-belief, I guess, in terms of knowing I am capable of more, I can always do more, I can always give more, I can always work harder. That self-belief that things will get better, it will work out, we will get through this. And we've been through some incredibly tough times together whilst living here in Dubai. And anybody that follows me on social media, follows Darren, you guys all know the tough times we've been through. And then the other thing is the self-discipline. You know, that self-discipline I think I learned through working really hard from a young age, you know, learning how to graft, coming from a working class family and from working class parents that taught us, you know, you need to be disciplined, you need to work hard if you want to be successful. But then equally, that self-discipline was just compounded and, should I say, amplified when I started prepping. When I got into bodybuilding and realized what I was capable of, and that self-discipline was amplified to the max, I then realized, oh my goodness, I'm capable of so much more, I can give so much more, and I can definitely work harder and be more disciplined. And that self-discipline is what carried me through the hard times, but equally helped me to propel forward and work towards the things that I know we were capable of, and the things that I knew we would be going after, and the things that we would accomplish. So those are the two things that I think have got us to where we are now, is self-belief and self-discipline. And I have so many people to thank for that. As I mentioned, I come from a working class family, so I have been taught from a young age to be a grafter, to work really hard. My parents have instilled that in us, to have that self-belief that things are always going to get better, and also have that self-discipline to know that you can always work harder and you can always do more. So I have them to thank for that. And not just with regards to kind of working hard, building a business, you know, progressing in my kind of personal goals, but equally with my relationship too with Darren. You know, I come from a very loving and supportive home, and my parents are just, I idolize them in terms of their relationship, because they taught me so much from a young age about what true love really is. And I will never forget, you know, on our wedding day, my mum and my dad particularly speaking to Darren and saying that, you know, it's your life now, it's you guys, it's you, and you guys need to work together. It's Becky, it's Darren, nobody else matters. And that self-belief of knowing that we'd always get through everything together as a couple, and that we would always be disciplined enough to put each other before anybody else, is what's got us here today. And I get choked up even talking about it, because we have come a long way. And it means a lot to me. And I know you guys might be watching this and thinking it's just a house, Bex, you haven't even bought it, it's only rented. I'm like, do you know what? No, this means so much more to us, to be in this position, to be able to do this and everything that we've overcome. And I'm just so excited for the next chapter ahead. And I will 100% take you guys on a proper tour once we move in. I might even do like a moving day vlog so you can see what it's like to move house in Dubai and what that looks like. But I kind of just wanted to end on this video just with this chat, because I know there are people watching now that might not have that self-belief and might not have that level of self-discipline. But I want you to watch this and know that you are capable of more, and that you need to give yourself credit. You need to be kind to yourself and know that, you know, you are capable of more. You need to have more self-belief, because you can achieve whatever you set your heart out to achieve. Whatever goal you've got in your heart and your mind, go after it, and be disciplined enough to know that you can get it done. Those two go hand in hand. So that's kind of all I wanted to share with you guys. I'm really excited, as I said, for this next chapter, and I hope that you guys will continue to follow along our journey in terms of our personal journey and what's going on in our lives, but equally my prep too. I'm coming to the end of week 4. I'm feeling really good. I'm loving this whole process, and I just said to Darren this morning, I was like, it doesn't even feel like I'm prepping. And I think it's because, okay, my food is high, my cardio is low, fine, and I'm dropping weight, which is awesome. But I think it's because I'm so focused on other things like my business, what's going on in our lives, my clients, that I'm not solely thinking about prep and focusing on, am I good enough, am I making progress, all of those kind of things. I'm just really focused on everything else that's going on in my life, that prep now is just, it just happens, and it's just, yeah, ticking the boxes daily and just going through the motions, essentially. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really positive. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. I've had so many messages, and when I posted that photo on my Instagram, oh my God, my phone just blew up. So thank you so much. I love you guys for your support, and I will catch you in the next video. Take care.